In this video, I'm going to give a sneak preview of the February 2024 BTO launch where HDB will be launching about 4,090 BTO flats in 6 estates, mature estates Bedok and Queensstone, and non-mature estates Pungle, Hougang, Woodlands, and Choa Chu Kang. This will be the very last BTO project launch before the Plus Prime classification kicks in mid-2024. We are going to discuss the pros and cons of each site and my prediction of which BTO will be popular. Okay, let's start with the mature estates first. There are two Bedok HDB BTO February 2024 sites. Site 1 is next to the Bedok Green Primary School at the intersection of New Upper Changi Road and Bedok South Avenue 2. This is a few bus stops away from Bedok and Tanah Merah MRT stations, so it's not exactly within walking distance. But it's on a main road, so there should be more than one bus option to go to either MRT station. It comprises about 520 2-room flexi and 4-room flats, so there are no 5-room flats here. The area itself is quite developed. It's right next to the marketplace at 58, where you can easily find places to eat, mini markets, hair salons, etc. The Bedok South Market and Food Center is also within walking distance. Alternatively, you can just take a bus to Bedok Point Mall for more options. The site is also within walking distance of many schools, with Bedok Green Primary School located right next door and several other schools including Temasek Junior College located within 30 minutes walk. Overall, this project is in a decent location with a lot of amenities nearby, so I do see the potential for a decent profit if you want to sell it right after the 5-year MOP, as long as you can pick a high floor unit that is quiet facing. What I don't like about this project is it's not exactly within walking distance of an MRT station. This is kinda ironic considering some of the units here will face the MRT track and also a busy road. But given that exact reason, people with a bad queue number most likely can't pick a quiet facing. Another note is that this project will be located next to the Bedok Green Primary School. For me personally, that's not a bad thing, but I'm just listing it here in case some of you are concerned about the potential noise level. If you are looking for a 5-room flat, you have to consider other projects because in Bedok Site 1, they only offer 2-room and 4-room flats. Okay, now let's talk about the other Bedok site, which is bounded by Bedok North and the PIE. This project is around 14 minutes walk from the Bedok Reservoir MRT station if you take the overhead bridge over the PIE. This station is part of the downtown line, which can take you straight to the CBD area if you are working there. This project also has good flat type selections as it comprises about 430 2-room flexi, 4-room and 5-room BTO flats. There are also decent school selections if you have children. In fact, Yuning Primary School is just next door. One of the biggest pros of this site is its proximity to nature. It is within walking distance of the Bedok Reservoir and enjoys easy access to the Bedok and Sigla Park connectors. The Bedok Canal is also nearby, offering waterfront views for some of the flats. At the same time, you are still relatively close to different amenities. With the standard 5-year MOP and many flat selections, buying a 4-room or 5-room flat at a higher floor with good facing almost guarantees you a handsome profit upon resale. The MRT station is not exactly nearby, but it is still walkable if you are up for it. The downside of this site is that there's an expressway sandwiched between the project and the Bedok Reservoir. So, if you want a flat that faces the Bedok Reservoir, this will also mean that you will face the expressway as well. Unless you can get a super high floor, all of the noise and dust will not only impact your life quality, but also the potential resale value of the flat. Another watch out is that the primary school next door will be a turnoff for some, although personally I don't think it's a big issue. All in all, between Bedok Site 1 and Bedok Site 2, personally I like Bedok Site 2 better for 3 main reasons. Accessibility to the MRT station, still in a mature estate, and more flat options. Okay, next up we have the Queensstone project. Given its location, this project most likely will fall under the PLH scheme with a 10-year MOP and bunch of other restrictions. This development is rather small because there will be only 250 2-room flexi and 4-room flats will be offered here. In terms of connectivity, this project is located just a 5-minute walk from Commonwealth MRT station, which means an easy commute to the CBD area. You are also 1 stop away from Buona Vista and 2 stops away from the Holland Village or One North, which have a lot of shopping options and amenities. The location will also make it super easy to rent out rooms in the future, regardless of which level your flat is at. Furthermore, the Tanglin Halt area is currently being redeveloped into an integrated project that will include amenities like an hawker center, polyclinic, market, and shops. In terms of school options, there are several options for parents, although not in abundance. If you want to buy primarily for your own stay and you are okay with the 10-year MOP and the rest of other restrictions, then this is a good project to apply for. And looking at the lukewarm application rate at the other PLH project recently, I'd say you have a decent chance of getting a flat here if you are a first-timer. To sum up, this Queensstone BTO is in a great location and should be easy to rent out rooms or sell later down the road. But what I don't like is that it will be another PLH model that comes with a lot of restrictions, and there's also a very limited flat options. Okay, next let's talk about the Hougang project. This project will deliver around 350 2-room flexi, 3-room and 4-room flats up for grabs, so not that much. Although nowhere near an MRT station, it is predicted that this project will be quite popular given its proximity to the Serangoon area. Flats near next mall tends to be pricey, rarely available and old, so some may see this neighboring area as an alternative. The area itself is not exactly family-friendly. Tai Seng is an industrial area with busy roads, and the amenities can be quite distant from one another. However, according to the URA's plan, the Paya Lebar Air Base will be redeveloped into a new town after 2030, so perhaps in 15 or 20 years from now, there will be more amenities in the area. For parents with young kids, there are not many school options within 1 kilometer, so you need to go a bit further. What I like about this project is that it's in a desirable area, a mature estate with a 5-year MOP, so the potential profit if you sell the flat after MOP is very good. With the Paya Lebar airbase moving out after 2030, that's also something exciting, although it's still far ahead in the future. But on the other hand, for a young family, this area might be too rough because it's very industrial and there are not many schooling options. I also don't like the fact that you need a bus to go to an MRT station. Next, let's talk about the Choa Chu Kang project. Consisting about 460 2-room flexi, 3-room and 4-room flats, this project is located around Woodlands Road on one side and Sungai Pangsua on the other side. Interestingly, this project will block the Senja HDB residents' view of the river, so that might annoy some of the residents there or even slow down the resale value for Senja HDB. But you will be close to greeneries, so this area is great for cyclists and nature walkers. Unfortunately, accessibility is not good. You will need to take the bus to get to the nearest train station, which will give you more amenities options. In terms of school options, there are several schools, but most are located across the river, so you have to cross the bridge to get there. On the positive side, I'm guessing that this project will be one of the most affordable options among the February 2024 BTO projects. To summarize, what I like about this project is that it offers affordable options if budget is your main concern. And I also like that you can have an active lifestyle outdoors here. 5-year MOP is also appreciated. But what I don't like is that it's quite far from any MRT or LRT station, which also translates to limited amenities and a long commute to CBD area if you are working there. Okay, let's talk about the Pungle project. At first, I was excited about this project because Pungle Flats can be a dark horse. When you least expect it, apparently the resale price can be very high, especially if they are facing waterfront and on a higher floor. But what disappoints me the most about this project is that it's very far from any LRT station, and I don't think they will build another train station in this particular area in the near future. Some netizens even joke that this project should have been considered as a Sengkang project and not a Pungle project because on the map, it appears to be closer to Farmway LRT station, which is part of the Sengkang rail network. I'm not sure which one is more remote. Is it this Pungle project or the Choa Chu Kang project? But I think it's between these two. In terms of flat selections, this project is one out of the 3 BTO projects that still offers a 5-room flat. Of course, on top of that, The 960 flats will also offer 2-room flexi, 3-room, and 4-room flats. For parents, Pungle has a lot of school options, but since this project is quite in a remote nook or Pungle, the options are more within the 2-kilometer range instead of under 1 kilometer. In summary, I think this project can be considered if you are looking for affordable options with a 5-year MOP and enjoy outdoor activities. But on the other hand, besides the obvious concern about accessibility and location, I would like to point out that according to the map, there will be a Chinese temple next to it. It might have an impact if you want to resell the flat in the future, so do take note so you can be more decisive with which stack you want. Okay, last but not least, we have the Woodlands BTO project. Located along the Seletar Expressway, this is the largest BTO in this batch, offering 1,120 units. Flat options range from 2-room flexi, 3-room, 4-room, and 5-room flats. In terms of location, this project is definitely not as good as the December 2023 Woodlands BTO projects, as you need to take a bus to Woodlands MRT station or Woodlands North MRT station. This area isn't heavy with amenities, but it's reasonably convenient. The Woodgrove is nearby, and there is an NTUC FairPrice and lots of food options. Families with kids also have a wide selection of schools within the 1 kilometer and also 2 kilometer radius. Overall, this project gives you a good flat type option that is relatively affordable. The MOP will be 5 years, and there are a lot of school options for families. The proximity to JB is also somewhat of a plus if you often go there. On the other hand, I don't like the fact that you have to rely on a feeder bus to get to the nearest MRT station, plus the long commute to the CBD area if you are working there. Watch out that some of the flats will face the Seletar Expressway, so do select your flat carefully. So overall, which project is the best? Well, it depends on your priorities. In my point of view, Bedok Side 2 is the sweet spot. It's in a mature estate, still within walking distance to the MRT station, 5-year MOP, so it can be flipped faster. It also has a lot of flat type options, and some even have waterfront views. I'm guessing that this project will be quite popular. The runner-up will be a toss-up between Bedok Side 1 and the Hougang project. In general, looking at the trend of December 2023 BTO exercise, projects that are in a mature estate and still have the standard 5-year MOP are highly sought after by the applicants. What do you think? Which project is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye!